नमस्कार. या तिसऱ्या आणि फायनल भागात प्रीपोल सर्वेच्या तुमकां सगळ्याक येवकार. फाटले 2 दीस जे पॅनल आमच्या बरोबर आसा तेच पॅनल आज तिसरे दीस आमच्या बरोबर आहा. 14 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी उरल्यात आनी एक फायनल टॅली उरल्या. जे राजकारण फाटल्या 8 दिसां भितर घडलां ताचो कितें परिणाम जातलो फायनल रिजल्टाचेर तें आमी आज पळयतले. पयलीं सुरवातीक आमी कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीनी सुरवात करतात आनी ताजे उपरांत आमी निमणे फायनल टॅली पळयतले. तेच पॅनल आसा आमचे बरोबर. आणि पयली कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी जी आसा ती केपें. आनी केपें बाबू कवळेकर इज अप्रुवल रेटींग इज क्वायट गूड. लायक नो कॉम्पिटिशन टू बाबू. हांव निलेशा कडच्यान सुरवात करता. वॉट डू यू फील?
ना ताका आय डोंट डावट, बट आमचें कितें आसा, सी वी दॅट कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी वॉज नेवर विथ बीजेपी. बिफोर ऑल्सो MGP was there. So it is for them to decide on what to do if it was that equation. But now with आमचे भितर split जाला, so we will see there is a lot of difference जातले. But as a person, Babu has gelled well with people, and this is being his third term. Normally third term जातरी तेका ह्या anti incumbency असता. But I think that is what it is true. But then I only think that with now things equation changing. आता बाबू खंय वयता, MG वयता, कितें वयता आमकां खबर ना, यतीच सांगतलो. पूण जे गोश्ट आसा की आता जी गोश्ट आसा की बीजेपीन थंय नेट घालूंक नाशिल्लो, पूण आतां आमचो महामेळावो जावपाचो आसा. आमचे ऑलरेडी पयच्यान 3 दीस जाले आफ्टर वी सॉ दॅट दे आर नॉट अलायनिंग विथ अस. आमी ऑलरेडी चालू केला ते बारीक बैठकय आनी आमचे कार्यकर्ते एक जाले. सो दे हॅव डिसायडेड इरिस्पेक्टीव ऑफ हुएवर गेट्स अ टिकेट, we will work for BJP to see that BJP comes to election. Okay. And this happens to be back in neighboring constituency of mine.
Before going to Yatish, Neville, what are the numbers in this constituency?
It's interesting for BJP. They have got 32% likely vote share there. AAP 3%, Congress 27%, Goa Forward 1%, Goa Suraksha Manch 2%. Another constituency where none of the above has become vote, around 1%. Babu Kavadekar 21%. Manuel Colasso 7%, Prakash Arjun Vedip 4%, Prakash Shankar Vedip 3%.
So Babu plus Congress is a very strong combination.
Yes.
Yatish.
That approval should have been much more.
Congress,
No, he said, yeah.
what is Congress vote?
Congress is 27.
What about the MGP then?
MGP in a lot of places people are saying that earlier we were with MGP, now we consider it as BJP. So literally BJP has swallowed up the vote share.
No, but
this has been done after the split.
Split
But people have migrated from MGP to BJP and they were reconciled in BJP's
to get
vote
the
bank.
migrated base back to the MGP, whether it is possible or no, it is depending upon your efforts. Yeah, Yatish.
Babu's approval should have been much more. Number one. Much more. He is a very affable person. As a person also he is very affable. Number two, he is wishful thinking. Again.
Okay.
My dear friend Nilesh.
I didn't say it is what is the
Babu is a pillar of the Congress. No. Because he said no khaya astalo ani kite astalo. Babu is a pillar of the Congress. Babu's influence in the constituency is very dominant. Congress party's presence in the constituency is also very dominant. Approval rating ought to have been much more. It is a 100% Congress constituency.
Once again, as I had said earlier also, this is not actually approval rating, it is whether they would give the MLA another chance.
I am just reading what is there.
Yeah, and while they say that 56% would like to give the MLA another chance, in terms of his performance, actually you've got almost 80% who say his performance is good. But they still are not clear about giving him another chance.
Then if it is 80, I still have disagreement with it. It should have been 95.
Okay. संजय बाब हसता.
हय ना, हांचे समाधान 92, 95 चेर जावचें ना. मे बी 100, 101, 102 अशें पडटले त्या खातीर. बट पीपल वील डिसायड इन द इलेक्शन. आतां एक आसा की बाबू कवळेकरान आपली कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी बरी ग्रूम केल्या, कामां केल्या आणि एका मागास समाजांतल्यान भागांतल्यान येवन सुद्धा ताणें आपली बरी लिडरशीपय एस्टाब्लीश केल्या. ताची म्हाका दिसता लुईझीन फालेरोन पावतीय दिल्या ताका 6-7 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीचो इंचार्ज म्हणून हालींच म्हाका दिसता जाहीर केला कितें तरी ताचे कडेन कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीची जबाबदारी दिता. सो हे सगळे पळयत जाल्यार थंय बाबू क्लियर दिसता थंय. आतां फक्त प्रश्न असो की तो काँग्रेसीन आतां गॉड नोज म्हणजे ताणें सांगलां आपूण काँग्रेस सोडचो ना, स्टेटमेंट केला, पण मिडिया भितर ह्यो बातमी येत आसा आणि ती चर्चा आसता. तो काँग्रेसीचो उमेदवार आसतलो, पूण म्हाका दिसता तो ज्या पार्टीचो उमेदवार आसतलो न्ही थंय बाबू जिखूंक शकता, इतलो स्ट्रॉंग त्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन तो आसा. आता
तो उलयला and that is the truth.
That is the truth. Okay.
हांवें म्हणना तो खंय वतलो बी म्हणून.
No, but that is the truth.
Okay.
Aye.
Next constituency is Saligaon, as per the alphabetical order, and here there is slight problem showing for Dilip Parolekar. He is below 50. His approval rating has come below 50. BJP is favored more than Dilip. That is the kind of a scenario. Sitting minister like Dilip Parolekar being below 50 is quite a matter of concern for the party. Neville, what are the numbers? Then obviously I will go to Yatish.
In terms of individual, Devanand Naik 1%, Dilip Parolekar 23%, Jayesh Salgaonkar 9%, Pradeep Padgaonkar 2%, Tulio D'Souza 3%, 13%. In terms of party, AAP 3%, BJP 33%, Congress 11%, Goa Forward 1%, Goa Suraksha Manch 1%, MGP 3%.
Yatish.
Please understand. Congress did not field a candidate in Saligaon because it was with NCP earlier in alliance. But we have our vote share of 11%. That 11% will multiply manifold because people are against the performance and against the policies and against the this of BJP MLA. Is that 48 or 18?
Okay, now you want it to be 18.
Because see, I told you, I am always reflective of what is the reality.
Okay.
It ought not to go more than 18.
Okay. Nilesh?
No, see, he has clearly said 33% party. With party and Dilip's 48%, I think. That
But
should
don't
be
you
not-
think this is a matter of concern where your sitting minister is below 50%?
No, 48% what is there, see, there are a lot of factors maybe you have put into it. But I don't think it should be much more than that. I don't think it is 48%. Maybe I don't know how it is, but it should be much more and it should go through easily.
I feel that Goa Forward is making big inroads in this constituency with Jayesh Salgaonkar as our candidate. His personal rating is 9 over there in the report. Jayesh has been the North Goa ZP chairman, got elected in that ZP constituency twice. And I feel that he is a very good face to take on Parulekar. In the days to come, Jayesh has already started his campaign. We are sure that we are going to defeat Parulekar in this constituency.
I see.
Things are getting unfolded there. We have a very good candidate there. Yeah,
You are saying that you have declared the candidate and things are yet to crystallize in that constituency.
in that constituency.
In Saligaon, Dilip Parulekar has always won because of a split in votes. In 2007, if you take the combined votes of non-BJP votes, they are much more. In 2012, if you take the combined votes, the difference is only about 800 or 900. And in 2012, there were 10 candidates. Looks like everyone in Saligaon wants to contest for the elections. So, if he is on shaky ground, it is little closer to the truth, but lots will depend on fragmentation of non-BJP
Non-BJP votes. Okay. We'll take Sange and Sakli now. Sange आणि साखळी पोवया आणि मागीर मुखार या. Sange, Subhash Faldesa is again below 50%, 48%, and even in this constituency, it is BJP which is favored more than Subhash. It is a similar situation like Dilip Parolekar is below 50% for the first time. Next is Sakli, where Pramod Sawant's approval rating is very, very high. Ground zero is Pramod plus BJP win the race. At least for now, it looks like Pramod plus BJP win the race. It is 58%. दोन्ही कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी एक मातशी आवडचना एक मातशी 50 त्या आवडचना. निलेश, how do you look at it?
Anyhow, that is not the issue, but they are BJP strongholds. Yes, candidates there made a difference, but that was last time. And आता म्हाका दिसता Subhash has done wonderfully well in his constituency. आता if people say that तूं हे डेव्हलपमेंट करूं ना आनी हें करूं ना तें करूं ना, तेणे गांवांत जेन्ना खंय इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नाशिल्ली तांकां इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पावयल्ली आसा, रस्ते पावयले, आनी कितें आमदारान करप हें लोकां कडेन विचारूंक पडटलें आमकां सगळ्यांक. आमदारान आनी कितें करप, लास्ट वचून मागीर म्हाका दिसता अशी उणवप न्ही, जी मिनियल काम्स आसा ती करूंक पडटली दिसता म्हाका आमदारान. हे लास्टाक लोकांक फेवर जातलो. बट आय एम टेलिंग यू, ही हॅज वर्क सिन्सियरली. मे बी ही इज If he is a friend of mine, it's not I will be with him and work for him. But I think maybe his little flamboyant nature makes him a little rating in for the people. But as for work, he has done a lot of work which was not done in a
You are saying
control
this less approval for Subhash Faldesai can be because of his individual behavior rather than his performance.
He's a little straightforward man. You see, today people should be straightforward. I feel I am also like him, but he is little more than me. But that is maybe Pramod just you have seen Pramod plus BJP. He is a winning candidate. BJP Mundoka. He is part of BJP only. He is with BJP for so many years. So the question does not arise. But Magadista, that both these places we have the winning seats. Amche GSM and BBSM and Karna will not make a difference to us. This
Neville,
but
any specific observations?
No, actually, Sange is very clear BJP, but again, the vote is for BJP, much less the candidate. If you look at Sangam, BJP is 51%, Congress 31%, and AAP 5% in terms of party voting on party lines. While on individual lines, Subhash Faldesai is just 4%, and Savitri Kaulekar is 9%. So it's majorly party lines voting that is happening there. Almost 88%
I
votes
feel
on
in
party
both
lines.
these constituencies, the BJP will be on a totally slippery wicket. with the emergence of now, if the MGP splits and MGP is on lookout for candidates. See, Sangye has been returning MGP candidates earlier. It is only in the last 3 layers. Ranu Prabhudesai had defeated the candidate in a huge margin earlier. In Mang, if you get a candidate like Vasudev, then I feel that the apple cart of BJP is totally gone over there. In Sakhali, I remind BJP that Dr. Suresh Amonkar contested previous election in the by-election, and the Congress returned a candidate from that constituency against BJP. Suresh polled around 3,500 votes. This election he is already declared as a candidate of Goa Suraksha Manch, and I feel that with MGP's backing or a candidate of MGP has always won there the Shubheksha Gawas ZP twice or thrice. That Sarpanch belongs to MGP, Mahesh Gawas. I feel MGP and Goa Suraksha Manch, they can win that seat.
No, I will just interject.
They can win that seat.
I will just interject. I do not want to take names, but you see the data. Because I am close to the computer, I can see.
Yeah, you can see that.
Congress has got a good chance in both the seats. In Sangay, I can tell you that Congress has an opportunity of ensuring BJP loses its deposit. And as far as Sankeli is concerned, again, 100% it will return a Congress candidate this time.
Wishful thinking.
No, it's a reality. Bite
thinking.
sip.
Wishful thinking. Yatish is wishful.
I
should
my friend.
It is wishful thinking over
Because
there.
MGP is always a force in Sakri constituency. Also, it was a Pale constituency. It's a force there. We will start from 5,000 votes more. Now, if we come together with that Goa Suraksha, then we can definitely win the race. Same the case with Sangye. We have some
We have
force.
already decided to go with Goa Suraksha.
No, we have not decided. We say no. This is all permutation combination. I don't say today anything, but that can happen.
That can happen,
happen.
okay.
Yeah.
There's one very interesting thing with regards to Sangye. People were talking about Vijay Sardesai. A lot of people are asking about who is Vijay Sardesai's candidate. Nobody talked about Goa Forward, but a lot of the respondents, when they talked to this,
You don't know. He is a Bhadkar there. They have got a lot of property there. And those people
Even then.
whom you are asking must be his tenants.
possibly, but that means that there is some.
He's just pulling you a leg.
No, he
He doesn't have much land
He has
over there.
Sardesai,
It's not
Bhadkar.
as big as yours.
No.
What you have in
Big
Verna.
land.
Derek, yeah.
शेतकऱ्यांच्याच राज्य काय की रे
Derek, your bigger point.
In the case of Sangye, 2007, the MGP just got 952 votes. Okay, and in 2012, there was a very keen contest. Okay, there was, I think, a big attempt to split the those votes. Quite successful, almost came very close.
They have BJP votes.
Yes. So, Faldesai, it all depends on the candidate that the Congress puts up, and to make sure that votes are not split. Then it will be a straight on head on in Sangye. They have to do that.
Yeah, okay. Next is very interesting constituency which has been abandoned right now, and that is Santa Cruz. And you look at Santa Cruz constituency, one constituency which is openly abandoned, and approval rating of Babush Mansarat right now is probably the lowest among all because he has abandoned it also, and that is 10%. And this is one constituency where AAP is filling the vacuum very fast in Santa Cruz. Very, very prominent presence of Aam Aadmi Party. I'll take Neville and then I'll move ahead.
Yeah, in terms of Santa Cruz, AAP 23%, BJP 37%, Congress 22%, MGP 2%, NCP 1%. In terms of individual, Anil Hoble 2%, Dinar Tarkar 3%, Joe Gomes 9%, Rudolph Fernandez 2%. So here currently there is a vacuum, there is no clarity other than AAP and it.
No percentage of Babush at all?
Babush
We
is
had-
not contesting, no? He has
We
announced
had
that he is
asked
not contesting.
with regards to Babush, but he had made it already quite clear that he is not contesting from there. So people have
What about Prakash Rai from JP?
no.
We have owned that JDP, Chimbal JDP, which
But
is
how much
part
is the
of,
MGP vote
which is
share?
part of
MGP vote share is 3%. See, this is
Santa,
a lot
part
of
of
places.
Santa Cruz constituency, the Chimbal Jilla.
Correct, correct.
We have owned it.
A lot of cases people say openly that we were with MG earlier, we have shifted to BJP. That is a big problem for
The
you as a party.
one constituency where there are very promising signs for Aam Aadmi Party.
Filling the vacuum, आणि खूप असा Pramod, not one, but anyway, let us accept this. And it is, we have done enough work there. Our presence is much felt there. Even before the candidate was declared, we have a person who was in the party for a long time.
For a long time.
हांव नांवां घेना परती बट आय कॅन टेल यू this constituency, very responsibly speaking, this constituency will return a Congress candidate.
Okay.
Because I am not in the habit of taking names.
Congress candidate last time.
I will not take names. We'll meet again, no? We'll meet again.
We'll meet again, but it reached the Congress candidate.
We'll
last
meet
time.
again.
Sitting here,
We'll meet again.
We definitely will have a debate after the election with the same
After the
panel.
election,
Yeah,
no?
yeah. After the election, yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is very unique constituency where there is such a huge vacuum. There is no party existing, there is no candidate existing. Now that AAP is surging a bit, Babush has abandoned the constituency. Surprisingly, last time Dinar Tarkar was quite strong candidate. Of course, not a traditional politician. And after that, he was never active in last 4.5 years. So MGP cannot claim that त्यांच्या लोक कितरी काम केला बी अशें हे करून. सो तो म्हणून मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट ते MGPचे लोक BJP कडे गेले असतील ते सांगता लायक अदर सांगे एंड अदर दीस ऑल्सो. सो इट इज ओपन फील्ड कशें तें कारण 10 सिटींग MLA जर 10% ताका हे आसा लोकांक दिसता फक्त की ताका निवडून दिवचे परत म्हणून. इट इज एनीबडी आतां फुडल्या 2 म्हयन्या भितर जो बरें काम करतलो ताका मेळटलें.
This is essentially a non-BJP, non-MGP kind of constituency. But what is very interesting here is, in 2007, the Anil Hoble of BJP got 5,900 votes, and it looks like all those votes got transferred to Dinar Tarkar, intact, to the MGP.
MGP.
So the fight is always here. The fight is always between Congress versus Congress, and all those kind of
All
things.
those.
Yes.
See, I feel in this constituency, if we had to take this like a survey before the last election, 2012 election, the rating of Babush Mansarat just before he entered in this constituency would have been the same, 10%.
Yeah.
But once he enters, it is his stake. Nobody knew that Babush will win that constituency, but he has won with a margin. In the same way, we have not talked about who is his candidate in this constituency as of now. Who is UG candidate? Babush has ultimately formed a party. He is putting up candidates in all Tiswadi, at least five constituencies of Tiswadi. He has said he is putting up candidates. So we do not know who is Babush's candidate over here.
Okay, that can change lot of equations.
Today's conversation, one thing is ascertained, that if Congress is alliance with Goa Forward or UG or whatever, UG and Goa Forward are coming to alliance.
No, I have not made that
Go ahead,
statement. I have not made that statement as yet.
Okay. Next very interesting is we'll take Savarde and Shivoli together. So Savarde is a very interesting thing. Ganesh Gaonkar's approval rating is 59%, but considering the present situation, that whether BJP goes with Ganesh Gaonkar or Vinay Tendulkar, we have put this constituency in uncertain category. The approval rating is there, but the revolt can upset BJP big time in this constituency. And Neville, what are the individual numbers for Vinay and Ganesh?
again here very interesting. Ganesh Gaonkar 25%, Prasad Gaonkar 3%, Vinay Tendulkar 22%. So it's very close between
Very
the two
close.
of them.
Prasad Gaonkar?
Yeah,
Who's Prasad Gaonkar here?
one of the other individuals.
Individual. No,
There's
but
no Prasad
Nilesh,
Gaonkar
the
working there.
point is the difference between Vinay Tendulkar,
No, but Prasad Gaonkar is working in Sangha. How he can work here
Okay.
is how it is.
but
There's something
difference,
wrong in that you are this. Huh?
difference between Vinay Tendulkar and Ganesh Gaonkar is 3%, and party has to
BJP
choose
party
one.
43%.
Yeah, as a party you are not in danger zone, but when it comes to candidates, there is a solid threat of revolt. How do you look at this?
Revolt, see, for every party, there is always some sort of revolt. It is a party, this is BJP party. They will take everything together and both will work for each other. And he is a sitting MLA, he has done a lot of work, as I said. See, they have worked, Subhash, they have worked in their constituencies. Their constituencies are voluminous, they are very far. They are not like Babush Mansura's small constituency, just go around, stand on top, you can see the full constituency. They have to travel kilometers to in their constituency. Even my constituency is in the center of their constituencies. Even mine is comparatively smaller to their constituencies. And I feel they have done, both of them, good work. They have been approachable. Yes.
You are saying even Vinay Tendulkar becomes a candidate, there won't be a revolt here.
Vinay Candidate, no question of candidate. Who is telling Vinay Candidate is a candidate?
Okay.
BJP is here. That is very important. BJP is here. Ganesh is a sitting MLA. There is no
contest this election.
So you are saying Vinay Tendulkar is not contesting the election from this constituency.
I don't think so. As of my knowledge, I have a spokesman of the party.
That's a very,
knowledge
very
is there. That is
interesting
the
statement.
What changes the equation in this constitution completely is the absence of the Salgaonkars. They were big players in 2007. They won. He was a big player in 2012. He got 8,200 votes.
Correct.
You take them out.
2007, how many votes he got?
2007 he got
12,000.
10,685
Oh,
as an independent. Both times they stood as independents.
8,000.
There is if you take them out, there is a vacuum.
Vacuum.
There's
Yeah.
a huge
The
vacuum.
huge vacuum
Yes.
that needs to be filled. Look at Shivoli and we'll go back to the panel. And in Shivoli, the approval rating of Dayanand Mandrekar is 59%, and Mandrekar plus BJP win the race here. Neville, what are the numbers in Shivoli?
Sioli, Dayanand Mandrekar 25%, Prithviraj Amonkar 1%, Savio Almeida 2%, Vinod Palekar 1%. In terms of party, AAP 3%, BJP 35%, Congress 28%, Goa Forward 2%, MGP 3%.
Okay. So,
Congress is not far. Congress.
no, Congress is not
let
far.
let me just.
But again, the division in the
No,
anti-BJP
let me just touch here. Let me just touch.
Yeah.
I'm reading from your statistics.
Yeah.
Congress is 28%. BJP is 35%. I'm also telling you from a little bit of reality. Congress has got a good base in Sioli. And Congress is wanting and is sincere in putting a people's candidate there. In Sioli, Congress is not too far.
No, but at least I am happy that he is accepting these statistics at least, because all the time my friend is not. No, my friend was not accepting the statistics. At least when it comes to
It is
suits.
much better.
But when
You
it,
stay in Kankon, you don't know what's happening in Sioli.
See, Baba, I'm first of all I am staying in Margaon and I am in
It's far
touch with
away.
the entire constituency. I must be moving more
I
than
see.
you
Congratulations.
in Sioli than yourself. I am telling you, in Sioli we have a very good candidate, and that percentage whatever has emerged. See, his brother had contested last time over there. Previous election, his brother contested as independent, polled around 6,000 votes. Last election, 17 days prior to this, he was given a ticket, Congress ticket, of course. He polled around 9,500 votes. In the Parivartan, the BJP won that seat hardly by 1,500 votes in the last election. We have that candidate now, and I'm sure that in Shioli, we are making a surprise win, 100% with Congress if possible, or without also.
Okay. Derek, you agree with this, with Congress or without?
See, the moment he says I got a good candidate, and if she also says she's got a very good candidate, then Mandrekar will be safe.
No, she doesn't have a candidate. Her candidate has withdrawn or they have terminated, and he has joined entirely with
Because
lock, stock, barrel
it is
of
all-
up over there. He has come to
It is
this.
two people.
tell me.
I don't agree with that because आम्ही अशी केडर बिल्ड करतात जे पार्टी बरोबर रावतात ते यांनी चर्चेल उठलो आणि गेलो आणि सगळे बरोबर गेले दॅट इज नॉट आवर पॉलिटिक्स सो आय डिसअग्री विथ दॅट अँड ही हॅज गॉन आउट ऑल ऑन हिज ओन बट ऑन हिज ओन म्हळ्यार एकटोच भायर सरला आणि वी हॅड इश्यूज वी हॅव ऑलरेडी कम टू द प्रायस वी हॅव अ गुड कॅन्डिडेट देर अँड आमचे पळय जे आमी काम केल्लो तो वावराचो आमकां थंय लाभ जातलो
नेक्स्ट इज आम्ही दोन पळोवया शिरोडा आणि सांतांद्रे सो शिरोडा Mahadev Naik is in trouble. There is a huge anti-incumbency for Mahadev Naik. His approval rating is below 50% and coming down to 40%, 41%. आणि शिरोडाच्या उपरांत आम्ही सांतांद्रे पळोवया सांतांद्रे विष्णू वाघ's approval rating is still 58% and there are pro BJP sentiments in this constituency that are still very visible. I'll start with Nilesh. Shiroda, your minister looks in trouble. Santanre, which is not traditionally your constituency, still looks to be sympathetic towards
Before I answer, I'll go back to Neville and ask him the party ratings in both these cases.
Okay, done.
Okay, Shiroda party-wise vote share AAP 11, BJP 38, Congress 21, MGP 4. For individual, Mahadev Naik 7%, Molu Velip 4%, Subhash Shirodkar 15%. In terms of Santander, AAP 4%, BJP 42%, Congress 14%, Goa Forward 5%, Goa Suraksha Manch 4%, GVP 1%, MGP 3%, NCP 2%, Shiv Sena 5%.
5%.
Very fractured.
Yeah. So Nilesh, how do you see this? Your party share can be intact, but in Shiroda, there is a strong anti-incumbency
Yeah, but then
against
see,
your candidate.
See, he has got, it is not all that bad. It is 42% and 38% for BJP. And as he always says, that there are two people here and there, and they have got 11% stake there already as up.
So I think the division will benefit.
I am not saying brilliant, but Mahadev Naik has done a lot of work. He has brought an industry. There was no employment there.
There are strong,
Yes,
there are
yes.
strong base for Congress that is clearly visible in
No,
this.
Congress
candidate.
was there. Traditionally, it was a Congress seat. Subhash Shirodkar is Congress candidate is the same candidate is going to contest. Subhash Shirodkar is going to be the candidate because he is already moving.
Congress, I'm talking, I see again I'm telling you, I'm not speaking against with names, but Congress as a party in Shiroda, obviously with its leaders in Shiroda, who may have represented and all that, is surging. And the incumbent MLA is sure to lose in Shiroda. There is a public sentiment there. And Congress is going to win there with a large majority.
संजय बाब किती दिसत आहे दोन्ही कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी एक विष्णूची दुसरी महादेव नायकाची
हय महादेव नायकाची म्हाका एज एक्सपेक्टेड दिसता कारण त्याच्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन जर भवत न्ही जाल्यार दिसता त्याच्या अगेन्स्ट एक वेव आसा फाटल्या फावटी लोकांनी बरी वोटींग केल्ली ताका इंडस्ट्री मिनिस्टर आसा कॉर्पोरेशन मिनिस्टर आसा त्याचो आतां निलेश म्हणटा की ताणें इंडस्ट्री व्हेल्या किंवा एम्प्लॉयमेंट दिल्या बट पीपल आर नॉट हॅपी हे क्लियर हे दिसता एकदम म्हाका सांताक्रूजचो सांतांद्रेचो मातसो सरप्रायझींग दिसता की थंयचो MLA हेल्थाच्या कारणान फाटले काही महिने एक्टीव ना बट मे बी ती सिंपथी एक आसूं येता आनी पार्टीचो बेस स्ट्रॉंग आसूं येता की त्या खातीर त्याच बरोबर आनीक हे आसा की हांगा खूब गर्दी आसा पार्टीज आनी उमेदवारांची देर इज आप देर इज GSM देर इज गोवा फॉरवर्ड सो इज इट एनीबडीज गेम काय कितें थंय इन सांतांद्रे कॅन्डिडेट कोण आसतलो हे क्लियर आता आसूं जावं शकना आत्तां सद्या बीजेपीचो
Shiroda, there's no doubt. Subhash Shirodkar is a very strong presence. His vote share has not increased so much from 2007 to 2012. But now when you say there's 5% here to him, if that gets fractured, that's one issue. Because in the last 2 years it has been straight fights between the two of them. If BJP and MGP split, there might not be such a big problem. Because the earlier time MGP got 700 votes in 2007. Okay, so all depends on the damage that the other parties, including AAP and Goa Forward, can do to the Congress. This is very crucial.
तुम्ही शिरोडाकडून कसे पळयतात
शिरोड्यान तशें पळयल्यार आमचो जनर खूब वाडला ते 700 म्हणटा पळय ती 2007तले ते शेवटच्या क्षणाक कॅन्डिडेट बेश्टे सगळ्याक करपाक जाय कित्याक आमकां तितले वोट्स मेळपाक जाय म्हणून केल्ले पण आतां आमी सिरियसली शिरोडाक पळयता आनी आमकां गॅरंटी आसा जर आमी एकटे
तुमचो
सुद्दां
सरप्राईज कॅन्डिडेट बी आसा
आसूं शकता एकटो सुद्दां जालो जाल्यार आमी येवं शकता गॅरंटीन येवं शकता
नेक्स्ट
एकच माझं एक कमेंट ऑन सांतांद्रे. आय डोंट अग्री विथ वॉट एव्हर इज इट इज नॉट दॅट रोजी पिक्चर for BJP. I don't consider Santander had never been a BJP seat.
Correct.
And it cannot be. It was only because of the fractured mandate and a mass deviation of the minority community towards BJP in the last election, which they are not going to get this time. So Santander they have to
much fractured.
directly
It
keep
was
out.
basically because they're
Keep out.
anti-Congress and
Yeah.
pro-BJP. This time it is going to be a Congress seat. It has returned a Congress candidate.
Okay.
Santander was a straight fight.
Yeah, it was a straight fight.
Wag and Silvera.
It was not a
No
fracture.
fracture. No fracturing.
लास्ट इंटरेस्टिंग आहा ते म्हळ्यार तालिगांव. And Taligaon, Jennifer Montserrat is in big trouble, and AAP is emerging as an option in place of Congress. There is a huge surge of that vacuum is being filled, and there is a huge anti-incumbency against Jennifer Montserrat. This is a very interesting constituency where Babush is thinking of contesting in Panji, where he is not looking very safe, and his own backyard and the base of Babush Montserrat, Taligaon. If he goes ahead with Jennifer Montserrat, she is also not looking very safe. Neville, numbers.
In terms of numbers, we had given even Babush Montserrat as an option in Taligaon, and Babush Montserrat gets 6%.
That is because Babush has already announced that he is not contesting.
Cecil Rodriguez 14%, Datta Prasad Naik 29%, Jennifer Montserrat 12%. In terms of party, AAP 22%, BJP 11%, Congress 5%.
So that is a clear
It's,
picture emerging out of it.
Looks like न्ही हांगा फायट इज बिटवीन आप एंड बीजेपी. तुम्ही दत्तप्रसादाचोय उल्लेख करचो पडटलो कारण दत्तप्रसाद हॅज बीन एक्टीव फॉर लास्ट 4 years कंप्लीट कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीनी. म्हाका दिसता इलेक्शन लागीं येवच्या पयलींच त्याचे 3-4 राउंड जाल्ले आसा आनी ही इज इन टच विथ हीज त्याच्या टीम बिल्ड केल्या. सो ऑल दॅट आय थिंक विल पे.
So the fight is between
इट इज बिटवीन दत्तप्रसाद एंड बीजेपी एंड आम आदमी पार्टी.
Congress in Taligaon, it was represented by its MLA, Mr. Montserrat, till he was out of the party. But I can tell you one thing, because I'm also in touch with a lot of people and all. In Taligaon, the acceptability of Congress is very high. Congress is a party which finds a pan acceptability across Taligaon. It was through its MLA, but since MLA is not there, that acceptability has not reduced. You see, ultimately we have to put a good candidate. That's a different story. But the acceptability of Congress in Taligaon is quite.
Data saying that the Congress goodwill is getting transferred to